Hi, welcome to 3D modeling with TinkerCAD. Today we're going to make a keychain with an SVG image. So this is a drag and drop software, and the first thing to do is change the name. I normally give you some bizarro name. And then the other thing we want to do is edit grid. So yours is probably automatically in millimeters, and you want to change that to inches. So for this shape, we first start off with a cylinder. So we click on a cylinder, drag it on over, and we're going to make it a quarter of an inch thick. It's a little disc. And then we want to bring in our octopus shape. So for me, this is what I Googled. You can look up something else. And I right click or two finger click, save image as. I'm going to save it to my desktop so I can find it. Then I go to this SVG converter, which I will link in the notes. Drag and drop the file. It's downloading. I hit start to make it convert. I'm changing it to an SVG image because an SVG is one of the 3 file types that TinkerCAD allows me to use. So I download the file, save that on my desktop as well, tab back over to TinkerCAD. From here, I go to import, drag and drop the file. I see my preview, import that in, warning, it's going to be quite a large octopus. I did this previously and it's very large. So I need to zoom out. I'm using my scroller. You could use your 2 fingers. Hold down shift while I hit the corner. So it's sizing it all relative to one another. It's constraining the width and height proportions. So I'm going to make it small to fit on my disc. Then I'm going to use this black arrow to lift it up. And I can also use these little rotation techniques to rotate it. Move our little example. So from here, I drag a box around both shapes. It has selected both. It says shapes 2. From here, I click align. I click the center. I click the center again. Then I click the top so that they're flush with the top. But then I'm going to select the octopus. Use this black arrow to lift the octopus up. There we go. And let's also make this more of an ellipse. So if it's 1 by 1 right now, why don't I make it 1.5? 1. So it's a little more elliptical because we are going to need a spot to put our hole. And you'll also see I'm using the down arrow to move my octopus down. From here, I go to the hole feature, and I'm going to make this hole 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch. And I am typing in the decimal value. From here, the height of the hole doesn't really matter, but I do want to make sure it's perfectly centered. So now I'm going to use Align tool, my favorite. So Align, I use the center, and then from here I can group it. Now we're not going to group it right now because I want to do the color. So the octopus, let's make it yellow. The base, what about green? That looks cute. The whole color of the hole does not matter. Now I can group it. Now you're going to notice everything's the same color now. If I click on it again, click the green and then select multicolor, it will give me all my colors again. Last but not least, we want to add some text, maybe your first initial. So all I do is drag and drop this out. Maybe I'll do O for octopus. I personally like the last option for the text. Maybe I can make it gray. And then play around with the height. Now, the issue with that, I just undid that because I did not hold down shift as I sized it. And it sized it up inappropriately. Okay. Lift it up. I can rotate it. If that's not working for you, we can just type it in. You can always type in the amount. Now what you'll notice is it's underneath our keychain. So let's actually lower that. Lowering our keychain. Let's get our O, make it a little smaller. I'm holding down shift, sizing it down. You don't have to put it on the octopus. You could also put it by the octopus, under the octopus. You could, once again, use Align tool and actually put it in the center and the bottom. Ooh, or the O could have gone around the key ring. That would have also been cute. But yeah, you can play around with your shape, and then you can group it. And then all you need to do to export it for 3D printing is export it as an STL.